Hi friends, welcome to Econset. In this lecture, we will review the differences among style, fashion and fad products with regard to their product life cycle. First, we will review what a stylish product. A style is a manner in which a product is presented. Certain styles come and go with time. The product is being presented into the consumer market. Before reviewing the graph of the stylish product, we will review a very simple example. Mobile phone with touch screen is the current style and it will last until a new technology in this regard appears. So the shape of the style life cycle is like a wave. As one style fades out, other appears. Now we'll review the example thoroughly. We said that the touch screen mobiles are the current style, but before that, what was the style? Maybe keypad mobiles, and before that, there were telephone sets with wires. So we can see that in the same line of work, in the same technology, there are different styles, and we said that certain styles come and go with time, and we said that the life cycle of a stylish product is like a wave, a sinusoidal wave. As one style fades out, other appears. And now we'll review the graph. We see that when a new technology or a new product is introduced into the consumer market, where people use it, the sales of that product increase with time. They reach to its maximum value, top value, and then that product or that technology or that line of work tend, tends to fade out, and then the other technology is introduced in this regard, and the sales again increase with time. We can say that keypad mobiles were introduced into the consumer market at this point when sales were zero, but when they introduced into the market, the sales increased at this point. And at this point, when they were at their top, maybe a new technology was introduced, and that was touch screen mobiles, and they tend to fade it out. And then the touch screen mobiles captured the whole market, and their sales increased to top value. So once a style is invented, it may last for generations. Style is a person's own taste, preference, and characteristics. It depends on a person's taste. Automobile, clothing, mobile phones are the potential examples. Okay, why does it depend on a person's taste? There could be people who still like to ride cars made in 1970s, and maybe there are a person who still like to watch movies on television sets. So we are not saying that a technology is totally faded out into the consumer market. It may last for generations into the consumer market. There could be people who still tend to use that technology. Now, what are fashion products? A fashion refers to a currently accepted style in a specific field. Actually, a fashion is a branch of a style. Style gives birth to fashion, which becomes popular in a short period of time. I will again repeat that style gives birth to a fashion which becomes popular in a short period of time. Here is a very interesting example. For example, when one's own characteristics are spread among many, it becomes fashion, like Diana haircut. Haircut could be a fashion, and that could be a very potential example here. Okay, fashion tend to grow slowly, remain popular for a while, then they decline slowly. The demand of the product increases at a faster rate, reaches to its top, and then declines slowly with the change in the fashion. Ready-made garments, purses, shoes are the examples. Now we will review the graph of the fashion product. We said that the demand of the product increases at a faster rate. The sales increased when the product was introduced into the consumer market. Its sales increased, reached to its top value, and then they started to decrease slowly. Okay, so these is the example of the fashion product. Or we could see that if we compare it to the previous example of mobile phone technology, we can say that if we take into account of keypad mobiles, we can say that when keypad mobiles were introduced into the market, their sales increased at a faster rate, reached to its peak value, and then they tended to decrease. So that's it. And that was fashion at that time. Maybe before 25 years or 30 years or 10 years, keypad mobiles were fashion at that time. So now what are fad product? Fads are fashions. that enter quickly into the market with great zeal, with great potential, peak early, and also decline very quickly. A fad is a product that is around for a very short period of time. Fad is the most accepted and popular among the youth. Why? Because hairstyle, music, movies are potential example of fad product. We see that when a movie is introduced into the cinema in very few days or very early days, maybe it in its first 3 or 4 days in the first weekend, the tickets of that movie tend to be sold at a very faster rate, and then they decrease on a very faster rate, and maybe after 2 or 3 weeks or after 1 month there is no one in cinemas to see that movie. So hairstyles, music, movies come into the consumer market with great zeal, with great potential. They peak very early and also they decline very quickly. So here is a graph of fad product. The sales when the product was introduced into the market, it reached to its peak value very early at a very high rate, fast rate, and it decreased again on a very fast rate. So these are the fad product. So that was all from my side. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.